All right, hey everybody. Today we're going to go over how to read your tire. We got one, two, three, and four different tires to look at today. The first thing we're going to do is look all around the wheel and find the DOT. Those three letters, you're going to trace it to these last four numbers right here, 1521. That tells us the age of the tire, that it was made in the 15th week of 2021. 15 for 15th week, 21 for 2021. This one here, followed DOT, 46th week of 2020. Now this one here, 13th week of 2017. And sometimes you're going to have to crawl behind the tire. This isn't common, but sometimes you have to do it. There's the DOT, and this one was made in the 32nd week of 2021. Now the reason that the age of your tire is important is because the tire will wear out even without using it. So let's say this tire is brand new on tread, but it's 8 years old. It means it's pretty much useless. You only want to take it up to 8 years old, and after 10 years old, definitely get rid of it. Most shops won't even service it after 10 years old. This tire right here on the Jeep, when we bought the Jeep, it had advertised great tires and great wheels, but I looked at the age of the tire and said, this thing is 8 years old. I want a discount on the price. You can definitely discount a price based on the age of the tires. Sure enough, a year later, this tire completely blew out. Had to get a whole new set. Now to read the size of the tire, you're going to look at these numbers right here. 275/65. The 275 is the width of the tire. So that means that this is 275 millimeters wide. The next thing you got here is the 65. That means that the height of the tire is 65% of the width. So this right here is 65% of 275 millimeters. So this height, 65% of this width right here. Looking at another tire, we got 285/70. That means it's 285 wide. And the height of it, 70, is 70% of that width. So it's going to be a little bit of a taller tire. Next one, 275/55. Means it's still pretty wide. It's 275 wide, but it's a shorter tire because it's only 55% on the height right there of the total width. Last thing, you're going to look at the number right here. 18 gives you the wheel size, so this is an 18-inch wheel that the tire fits on. You got a 17 here, so this is a 17-inch wheel, a little bit smaller. 20 right here because it's a newer car, 20-inch wheel. This one right here is a 15-inch wheel. It's a lot smaller. So this wheel right here is 5 inches in diameter less than that truck right there. For a stock size, open up your driver's side door. Look right here on the inside of the sticker, and you have this little emblem. Zoom in, and you can see that the stock size tire is 275/65/18. So that's going to tell you the design size for your tire, which you can see right here. We've got it here on the truck. If you want to make your tire taller, then go with a little bit higher of a percentage on that width. So like right here, we have a 75. That means this wheel is taller. And it increases your ride height just a little bit. All right, and the last thing, it's not too important, but right after the wheel size is the load rating, the 117 right here, and the speed rating. I'm going to put a chart up so that you can understand those better. Not something you have to worry about on a normal car. Just get what you had to start with. Just to give a better reference, here's a speed rating chart. So for that tire right there, I think it had a V. We're looking at 149 miles per hour maximum. That's the most the tire can take. If you had something like a P or an N or something like that, definitely don't be going too fast because you're only looking at, in the 90s for your fastest that you can go. And right here we got a load rating chart. And so to give another example, 117 on the wheel right here that we had means that wheel can hold up to 2,833 pounds. So multiply that by 4, and that's the most that your truck can weigh, your car can weigh on the tires that you have. If you have something like on a smaller car that's, in the 80s or 90s, 1,300 pounds, that means the most that you can hold is 5,200 pounds on your car. Okay, and the very last thing that we're going to look for is this safety warning right here. We want to find the max pressure. So just look around in these numbers. This one right here has 40 psi as the max. Now that does not mean fill this tire up to 40 psi. That means it's the most you can go. Normally they sit around 30 or 32. On this tire right here, it's a little higher. You can see it says 50 psi. And then here, this one goes all the way up to 80 psi. And that's pretty much it for the basics you need to know about your tire and how to read it. Keep this video handy so you can reference it before you got to go to a tire shop. Basically, just know what you're looking for. It makes it easier online. Remember, here's the size. Here's the wheel size right here. Then you got your load rating, your speed rating, and of course, my opinion, the most important thing, the date. You got the weeks and the year right here. So again, 15th week of 2021. Good luck.